Hi everyone, welcome to LectureMAKER training module. In this module, you will learn how to create equations using Daulsoft equation editor. Well, I guess if you look at these equations, I'm sure you will find that it's not easy to do it, especially those with experience in creating learning material which involve equations. Well, Daulsoft LectureMAKER came with this editor called Equation Editor. Let's now look into this editor. In this editor, you'll find most of the symbols, most of the icons that you required in creating equations. For example, we can have integrations, and there are very many types of symbols for integrations. So assuming that I'm taking this, so we can just easily put in the equations. So like for example, I can have a bracket, so make it more complex, where you can have things like this, where we can have the different symbol. For example, alpha plus, maybe to make it a little bit more challenging, you may have beta square, and you may have the further x plus y, and x plus y, and you may have the further integrations dy dx. Well, so once you finish typing in the equations, you will just need to close it after close this by inserting. Now it goes, you have one more equations listed on the screen. So with this equation editor, you can create any equation that require in your lesson. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome to LectureMAKER training module. In this module, you will learn how to create a graph. As usual, normally it's not easy to create a graph as part of the learning material, especially you are talking about a graph which is not a linear graph. For example, a quadratic graph or any graph that require in your lesson. Let's now look at the graph editor provided by Daulsoft or LectureMAKER. So you can click on this icons to bring up the graph editor. So in this graph editor, you're allowed to create as many graphs as you want on one particular diagram. For example, I create a new graph by right click. I click on, then I just put in the equation. For example, in this case, I would like to have y equal to 2x squared. For square, you have to use this symbol, the cap symbol, with 2x squared minus x minus 3. So after typing in the equations, you just click OK. There it goes. You have your graph with the label. Okay, and you can further edit the graph. For example, you want to change the color of the line. Let's say, for example, I'll change to the red color, the thickness of the line, as well as the label. You would like to have things like, for example, the text label in a red color or so, with a smaller font size. Yeah, you can. Okay, I have to select this. So here it goes. And you can have more graph, like for example you want to create another new graph, like say for example this round you want to have things like y equal to 2 sine curve, 2 sine x minus 1, let's use here. Yep. Here it goes. You have another new line, and you can just simply, you can also move your label to anywhere that you like. Yep. So once you complete all the graph that you want to draw, then click on this icon to go back to LectureMaker. Here it goes. You have the graph now on the screen. If you want to edit further, you can always right click on the graph and click edit. And maybe in this case would like to show the grid, so that it will be easier for the user to read. So you can do so, and again click on these icons to come back to the LectureMaker again. So that's how easy that you can create any graph that you want, and that's all. Thank you.